Hit hold. Open this up. Take a peek. These shanks are looking really nice. Alright, I'll go ahead and check them with my thermopen. 155, 160, 62, 63. That's in the 170s. And the little one is in the 180s, so they're still right tough, or right tight. So what I'm going to do here, time to tenderize. So we got plenty of smoke on here. So let's get these tenderized. Hey everybody, Mike Chavez here once again. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Alright y'all, today we're doing beef shanks. Not just any beef shanks, barbecued smoked beef shanks. And they're going to be braised also. So tonight I'm going to dry brine these shanks. These are some nice shanks I got at the BJ's warehouse. So we're going to coat them with some salt, not too much. We'll put them in the fridge overnight and let them dry brine. Then tomorrow we'll put some salt-free rub on there. I'll show you how that's done. And then we'll get them on the cooker. We'll probably put them on the Acorn Auto Kamado this time, okay? So let's check this out, y'all. This is going to be good. I made these once before and they were awesome. So let's do it. Barbecue beef shanks. Alright, so we got 3 beef shanks here. We're going to go ahead and get them out of the packaging and get them on this rack. Get some paper towels, kind of pat them dry. These are going to take some time on the grill. These are nice and thick. These are a couple inches thick. We'll go low and slow with these. Then we'll put them in a container with some beef broth, some onions, probably some carrots, some celery, and then let them braise after they got some good smoke on them. So first thing we want to do is get some kosher salt. We'll coat these down with some kosher salt. These are nice and thick, so don't be shy. Get some kosher salt on there. Get it on the marrow. We got marrow in the middle. Hopefully we'll get some marrow out of this to eat. Alright. Little pat. Flip. The other side. Alright, so dry brining these, just put salt on here. What's going to happen is this salt is going to melt. It's going to draw the moisture out. Then it'll take the moisture back down with it. And make these nice and moist and tender. And this is my salt-free beef rub. So once we put rub on here, we don't want to add any more salt. So I'm going to show you how I made this. And so we'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to let these dry brine overnight. Then before we put them on the grill, we'll put our salt-free beef rub on there and then get them cooking. Alright y'all, see you in the morning. Alright, for my salt-free dry brine, got a little container here. So the recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of coarsely ground black pepper. So I have some coarsely ground black pepper. I ground this myself. So 3 tablespoons. So there we go. 3 tablespoons coarsely ground black pepper. 1 tablespoon. Now the recipe calls for white sugar, but I'm going to use raw sugar. Sugar in the raw carbonado cane sugar. So I'm going to put a big old heaping tablespoon of that sugar in there. Okay, clumped up a little bit, busted up. Alright. Now I'll leave the recipe below in the comment for this if anybody's interested. So we'll go 1 tablespoon of onion powder. So we got some onion powder here. Which humidity got to it. Let's bust this up a little bit. So, nice tablespoon. Make sure this is busted up good. So, fat tablespoon onion powder. And we're also going to put a tablespoon of granulated garlic. Alright. 2 teaspoons of mustard powder. So we got some Coleman's dry mustard here. So it calls for 2 teaspoons of the mustard powder. 1 and 2 teaspoons mustard powder. Calls for 2 teaspoons of Ancho. This is Ancho Chile powder. We'll go 2 teaspoons of Ancho Chile powder. And then it calls for celery seed powder. Well, I didn't have any celery seed powder, but I did have some whole celery seed. So I went ahead and ground these up in my mortar and pestle, my molcajete. So we'll put that on in there. And that is it. So I'm going to shake this up. So this is salt-free beef dry rub for beef. Alright, like I said, I'll leave the recipe down below. And once we shake it up, take a look, see what it looks like. Alright, that ain't too bad looking. Alright y'all, here we go. So these have been dry brining overnight. These nice beef shanks. So, the way we're going to do this, get some olive oil. Got some nice olive oil here. I got my salt-free beef rub. So I'm definitely going to put, if I haven't already rolled that footage yet, I got footage how to make this salt-free beef rub. So I'm going to go ahead, take olive oil, coat these shanks with some olive oil. Front, back, edges. All right. Take my beef rub, my salt-free beef rub. So we'll take our beef rub, This is mostly pepper, lots of pepper, a few other things. So I'm gonna put these on here pretty heavy. These are nice and thick. Front, back, sides, ends. So I'm going to go out, get the cooker fired up. We'll get these on. We'll probably leave these out there in the smoke for about 4 hours. We'll get them up to about 165. We'll put them in a pan with some beef broth, onions. Might put some celery and carrots up in there too. Alright y'all, we shall see y'all out at the cooker. Alright y'all, we got plenty of charcoal left over from our previous cooks. We got a mixture in here of Kingsford and B&B. So I want to run this thing about 250, 225. So I'm going to take a single tumbleweed. I like to untwist them a little bit. I found that works a little better. Nestle it down in there with some charcoals around it. Alright, fire it up. Alright, so we'll let that go for 30 minutes. Alright then, so these charcoals are going, got them lit. Spread out these coals. We'll put a little bit more of this B&B on here. I'll put the rest of it. Alright. You get it spread out. Put me some apple wood. Some leftover. Shield. Heat shield. Alright. Cooking rack. Close her down. Alright. Let's go ahead. Set the temp to 250. There we go. So our vent's already set on D1. Alright, so I'm just going to let this thing get up to 250 and let it sit there for a little bit. I'm going to bring the shanks out. Alright you guys, this cooker's almost up to 300 degrees, but that's okay. What's probably going to happen, I'm going to put these shanks on, and hopefully this temperature will come back down and stabilize. The 300 to start is not going to hurt anything. So I got my shanks here. The rub has had a chance to get right. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and take my ThermalWorks smoke. I'm going to plug that into this big one here. There we go. So I'm thinking this should take 3-4 hours to get to 165. And then I'll bring a pan out with some beef broth, some onion, maybe some carrots and celery. We'll see what I got in there. Alright then, so I'm going to keep this remote with me. Get it to connect up. we go. So the meat's sitting at 54. We want that to come on up. All right, y'all, we're sitting pretty. Got 250. Okay, on the cooker. That's perfect. Right where I want it. So our meat, according to my ThermalWorks smoke, is a 167. So let's go ahead, hit hold, open this up, take a peek. All right, I'll go ahead and check them with my thermopin. 155, 160, 62, 63. That's in the 170s. And the little one is in the 180s, so they're still right tough, or right tight. So what I'm going to do here, time to tenderize. So we got plenty of smoke on here. So let's get these tenderized. So I'm going to pull this thermometer out. Alright, so I got my tray. So I got carrots, celery, onions. So that's called a mirepoix. So I'm going to go ahead, take my meat, put it in there, leave that juice in there. Alright. So we also have some warm beef stock, beef broth that we made up. I'll pour this in there. Maybe not all of it, but a good amount of it. Okay, we'll go about halfway up on the meat. That ain't quite all of it. Let's seal this up. But before we do, I'll put the thermometer back in. Alright. Seal this up pretty good. Alright, we'll double. Layer it double. Nice and tight. Alright. Lid down. Hit the hold button. So we'll let this stay 250. We want this meat. It's 159 now. We'll let that get up about 210, 211. And that'll be ready to eat. Alright, y'all. So thermometer shows through 213 on that meat. So let's take a look, see if it's time to take this in the house. Put the cooker on hold. Should be time. Alright. Throw my pin. 205, 208. Feels smooth. That one's really soft. Okay, that's going to do it. We're going to take this in, let it sit for about 30 minutes. We'll take the thermometer out, put the foil back down. Alright y'all, this has had a chance to rest for a little while. Put some towels over it. See what we got. Alright. Ooh, look at that. That looks really, really good. So I'm going to take one of these shanks. I think I'll take this one here, this fat one. This fat shank, put it on a plate. Give me a few veg, go with it. A few carrots. Some celery. Alright. Now we got some rice. Get a little rice on the plate. Alright. I like a little bit of butter on my rice. Alright. A little pepper. Pinch of salt. There we go. Alright. Get a little bit of au jus. Put it down on my plate. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's see how this cuts. It should cut really nice. Oh yeah. Let me get a couple pieces for the taste test. Alright. Let's try this out, shall we? Alright, y'all. Here we go. Smoked, braised beef shanks. I don't want to tip this too much because it's going to spill. Got a lot of au jus, so here you go. Looking good, looking good. Y'all ready for this? I'm waiting all day for this. Let's go. Taste! So tender. We've got a nice gelatinous taste to it. There we go. One more. Some of that. A little rice. Green bean. Well, there you go. Smoked beef shanks. Smoked beef shanks. Tasting awesome. Y'all need to try this out. So, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to have dinner. We'll see y'all next time. Questions, comments, leave them below. More videos over here that you can watch. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See y'all next time. Bye, everybody.